Chevrolet ruined the 2023 C8 Corvette Z06 with deleting this option. Guys, what is your opinion? Let's go! Howdy folks, you on the C8 Speed 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of C8 Speed 252. And I want to thank each and every one of you for pushing that play button today. I genuinely hope each and every one of you also had an amazing day today, whatever you decided to do with your spare time. Also, definitely give this video a thumbs up because we would love to have this video crush the algorithms. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, then well, please do so. So another thing I want to talk about is I had a few subscribers that are part of this community ask me what are other ways that they can help support this channel other than giving the video a thumbs up and definitely hitting that subscribe button. Although I do appreciate those things, with giving this video a thumbs up and leaving comments down below. Another way you can support the channel is by going to my website and checking out my merch store. If you do buy some merch, I will personally send that directly from my house to your house with a handwritten note from me. If you want to Cash App and Venmo me as well, whether it's $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you do that, I will definitely give you a huge shout out on the channel. If you got a picture of your car that you want to display on the channel as well, I will make sure all that get in the video as well, because I would be grateful and thankful for that. So once again, you guys, if you're interested in doing that, my Venmo will be on the screen. With that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and talk about the topics that I want to discuss today that a few of my followers sent me emails about, and that is General Motors deciding to delete this option from the 2023 Corvette Z06. Now, that option is having the Corvette go from V8 mode to V4 mode. And it's one of those things where I have had nothing but good experience with that, but know a lot of people that had some bad experience with that. And so I'm making this video because I want to get you guys' opinion on what your thoughts is behind this feature. Because personally, for me, I currently own a C7 Grand Sport and I currently own a C8 Stingray. Both of those cars definitely has that feature where it goes from V8 mode to 4-cylinder and from 4-cylinder back to V8 mode, depending on what your driving habits. For example, I'm going to give you my driving habits. I love driving my C7 Corvette and my C8 Corvette, which is why you guys see me a lot at different events all around the United States. I love being there. I love seeing you guys' faces. I love having conversation with you guys. And I love meeting the engineers and having conversation with them too. But with that being said, that definitely costs money. So I do like to save gas in certain places where I can. I do appreciate the great gas mileage I get on my C7 Corvette and my C8 Stingray. For instance, the last time I traveled somewhere on my C8 Stingray, I got 33.1 miles to the gallon, and on my C7 Corvette, I got 29.3 miles to the gallon. And I know, some of you guys don't care about the gas mileage when it comes down to driving a Corvette. I completely understand that, but some guys do care about the gas mileage because one thing we buy these cars for is to drive them across the country. We drive them to enjoy them. We drive them to appreciate the beauty behind a well-driven vehicle. For instance, a lot of people buy the coupe and the convertible to take across the country because they want to be in something that feels good, something they worked hard for and spent their hard work and money on. And one thing they always talk about is the space, right? So like, we want to make sure our suitcases and things fit inside this car, on top of being able to get great gas mileage, especially the way gas prices have gone up lately. So gas mileage is definitely an important piece, in my personal opinion, to this car. Some of the guys who care about that feature said General Motors actually ruined the Z06 because they do no longer have the V8 to 4-cylinder mode from 4-cylinder to V8 mode, and I really believe that happened for a number of reasons. General Motors didn't want to deal with the V8 and 4-cylinder mode with the flat plane crank. I think that could have been a difficult option to put inside the vehicle, and so they wanted to go away with it. From a personal experience, like I said before, I haven't had any issues with it, but my best friend Mike, who had a C7 Corvette Z06, had issues with that. I was with him at the dealership in the time when they was actually fixing his car because he had issues with the V8 in 4-cylinder mode and he hated it. So there are some people out there who really enjoy this feature because they get great gas mileage and don't have problems with their cars, and there are some people who really hate this option because they do have to take their car in for warranty repairs due to this issue and future cars. Now, it's one of those things where I have heard about some new C8 Stingrays that came out in 2020 that immediately had motor issues because of this reason. So once again, a lot of customers are saying General Motors actually ruined the Z06. We're not adding this feature to it, but at the end of the day, we do drive these cars hoping to get good gas mileage and really enjoy them. That's my personal opinion, but I do know that some of you guys really hate that feature. Now, I'm going to leave this as an open discussion for the community because the reason why I make YouTube videos is because I love you guys. I really enjoy reading you guys' comments. I really enjoy talking to you guys out in public when we're at events and things like that. So let it out. What are you guys' opinion about this feature? Is it something that you actually loved in your Corvette or something that you hated in your Corvette? Like literally, have you had any personal experience where your motor got messed up because it went from V4 mode to V8 mode, from V8 mode to V4 mode? I do know that this mode is not only in the Corvette, but it is also in the Chevrolet Silverado. Now, that truck also had issues with going back from the V4 mode to the V8 mode, from the V8 mode to the V4 mode, even though that truck is not anything sporty at all. It's just an issue that came about. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are scratching your heads wondering, why did Chevrolet decide to put this feature inside the Corvette from begin with? Well, I made a video back sometime 2 years ago regarding this issue. And the reason why General Motors and Chevrolet decided to go about putting this inside the Corvette and the Silverado is because there is a regulation where your cars, the percentage of your cars, have to reach a certain gas mileage in order to be somewhat eco-friendly or whatever the case may be. And so I feel like with General Motors pushing to be all electric by 2035, which some guys are not happy about that regarding the Corvette, but at the end of the day, they are now able to actually go away with this feature regarding the Corvette because they have a lot more cars now that are more eco-friendly, especially with the Hummer coming out, and they also have a Silverado's coming out that's all electric, that they are now able to take this feature out of the C8 Corvette Z06 to be able to comply still with the regulation. So once again, you guys, leave your comments down below on your thoughts regarding the V4 mode to the V8 mode. Another thing I want to discuss, which may appeal to some of you guys who currently are on order right now for your Stingray and possibly purchasing the 2023 Corvette Z06, is that Chevrolet releases the initial 2023 order and production startup dates to the dealerships. Now, Chevrolet says in 2022 Corvette model year, the production will end May 6th, and the last order cycle will be March 17th. And they're saying that the 2023 Corvette model year would have probably started around May 9th. Their first allocation cycle order entry will be March 31st. Pre-order dates are to be determined. So this kind of initiates that General Motors is hoping to get the C8 Z06 in customers' hands sometime in June or July, possibly August. Now, this is also depending on how long they decide to hold on to these cars in the parking lot. Because you know, when they first build cars, their first production year, they don't give us the cars right away. They got to inspect them. They got to make sure everything is right. And so they usually stay at the factory for at least a month or two. At least when they built my first C8 Stingray, it stayed there for at least a solid month before they release this car to a lot of the customers. And it's one of those things they want to make sure everything is correct when building these cars, especially since this is a flat plane crank, something new that General Motors is actually putting inside the Z06. So it's possible they can get these cars to us sooner than June, or possibly it may end up being August, depending on how long they hold these cars. But we do want these cars to be perfect, right? That's what we all hope for. But at the end of the day, it's possible that these cars may be starting to get built sometime during May of next year, which I'm super excited for. How many of you guys out there are really excited for the Z06? You got to be excited. This is one of those cars where it will literally put the supercar market on notice. Like Chevrolet said, it wasn't just a headline that they put in the video. It was something serious. This car has the most naturally aspirated horsepower it can have, 670 horsepower. The last car to do that, like the engineer said, was Mercedes-Benz, and they were right at like 620 horsepower naturally aspirated. So I know a lot of you guys are not happy with how much torque the Z06 has compared to the Stingray, but we do know this car will be exciting to drive and own when they actually decide to release this car to the world. One interesting fact that I thought was cool that I came across lately in a YouTube video from one of the Chevrolet engineers is that the tires on the C8 Z06 are actually special custom for that car. Literally, General Motors went to South Carolina where the Michelin plant is to design and work alongside Michelin to make this tire especially for this car. That's super exciting, and they got a chance to actually test drive this car, obviously, with those tires in his vehicle, and so has Jay Leno. He talks about how much he loves Michelin because they are just great tires. So I'm super excited to see how well these tires compare to all the other sports cars out there in the world, because a lot of those car companies are going to try to compete with the C8 Stingray. I am surprised that Ford hasn't came out with a mid-engine Mustang yet to try to compete somewhat with the Corvette, but a lot of people said the Ford Mustang actually competes with the Camaro, so that may be one of those things where Ford may not come out with a mid-engine car because they do compete with the Camaro, and I heard possibly some rumors that the Camaro could be going away at some point. I mean, the Corvette is really getting more expensive as they build this car much more, and how capable it is to compete with the other supercars in the world. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do away with the Camaro and make sure they keep on enhancing the Corvettes. But at the end of the day, guys, I want to update you with this information regarding the V8 mode to the 4-cylinder mode, because I know some of you guys hate that feature, love that feature. It's a hate and love thing regarding that feature, and I want to get you guys an update about the 2023 production, because some of you guys still have Stingrays out there that you're looking to get, and I'm hoping that you guys can receive your cars pretty soon. With that being said, you guys, if this is your first time stopping by, well, my name is Clarence again. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please also smash the subscribe button so you become part of this awesome community. And I appreciate every comment you guys leave below. And I'm looking forward to reading them again. Once again, catch you guys later in another episode of C8 Speed 252.